Hey everybody, welcome back to Julian's Detroit Driver Blue channel. Welcome to my frequency, and welcome to Night Cam, or we'll just call it welcome to the NIC, the Night in-car camera. Sorry about the poor resolution, sorry about the bad lighting. All the places that I like to film in the Livonia area are a little where the lights at the gas station were out. Usually I do this for roller cam, rolling down the street, hurry up and make a quick video. Anyway, kind of made my number, made my goal earlier in the day. I am in the city of Royal Oak right now, and tried to go into a gas station. It was just packed, and a bunch of people walking around, looking into my car and stuff like that. It just was not the best place to film. So just chose a random side street up between 5th and 6th Avenue here. I believe that's where I'm at. I'm north of Lincoln, east of Woodward. Anyway, I wanted to also say, before I forget, anybody watching the videos for the first time, like, comment, and subscribe. Please go ahead and ring that bell in case you want to receive new videos when Detroit Driver Blue shares another video. Wanted to make a second video today. This is pretty much going to be the beginning of my night out here. As I said, I like to start out in Royal Oak. If you haven't watched the video yet, I am sort of a part-time flex. Almost sometimes I drive like I used to be full-time a few months back, but today is going to be sort of a full-time mode because of the fact that I have to make a certain a goal by the end of the weekend. So what I did want to bring up here is, well, number one, we have to answer our question that was posed in the previous video. So you have to look at the previous video and understand what the question is. The answer is going to be C all day long. Do not pick up unaccompanied minors. Keep the doors locked, especially during the nighttime. People have been drinking, or people are kind of like excited to run, get Ubers to go between their friend's house late at night. Keep the doors locked, keep the rear door cracked a little bit so you can talk to the person as they, or the quote-unquote rider, passenger, whoever is proposing to ride, and you basically make sure you get that identification. Make sure you can, you can definitely confirm that they are not under the age of 18, and then you can let them into the car. Unlock the door. So, especially if you're brand new, get in the habit keeping your doors locked when you pull up to locations, keeping that window cracked. The more you habitualize that, and definitely remember to turn, if you have in-car video. If you haven't gotten in-car video yet, I have a Van True system. It's very easy to, the car radio guys will install it. It'll hook up to your engine, so as soon as you start the car, when you pull off someplace, the camera goes on. It's very handy to help yourself out. It's a forward and rear facing video. It's a night vision deal, so it records what's happening inside the interior of your vehicle. But anyway, so that's that. That's one of the most important things to do during the night, because it can also, keep you from, if you want to weed out people who have been drinking too much or something like that. You think they're going to be throwing up in your car. They have an attitude. They walk up to the car. They don't really, they're not really respectful. It's up to you to unlock that door. But sometimes, based on the way people are acting, boom, click the unlock button as you pull up on them, because you can assess that they are going to be cooperative. You got to be a pretty good judge of people when you do this job, and to judge their actions, their demeanor, how they walk, how they carry themselves, what they're saying. Are they making eye contact with you? Are they friendly? Are they smiling? Or are they like trying to like ignore you, trying to like only talk to their friends, and then when they get in the car, that you got to dress them. Okay, so on to one of the things I wanted to bring up. Okay, so out here at night, picking up people going from drinking establishments and stuff. One of the most important things is to wash people's hands, to be safe. You watch what they're doing with their clothing. I ended up picking up a guy, after I saw a ping. I didn't want to keep denying pings, trying to do, help my acceptance rate a little bit out for the longest time. It didn't matter on Uber, So I went ahead, took a ping out in Sterling Heights. Long story short, this guy with the first name of G gets in the vehicle and all his buddies start piling in. Guess what they're doing? They got stuffed underneath their clothing, their sweatshirts, their hoodies, and there's, I'm like, I mean, these are kids from, basically a well-to-do suburb, and I said, hey, whoa, hold on, guys. What do you got underneath your shirt? Okay, it's kind of making me uncomfortable. What do you got underneath your shirt, man? And they, oh, I'm sorry, it's beer. I'm like, well, why are you putting it up underneath your shirt? One guy had it in his jacket. The guy was trying to sit in the passenger seat, which is cool, but I always prefer that they sit in the rear passenger seat on the driver's side, or on the passenger side rather. Anyways, the video is going a little bit longer than I thought it would here. My main point is to be safe, and to, the hands, are what can hurt, what can kill, what can lead to the next moment of you being frustrated or nervous or whatever the case is, such as the person putting their hands over their face, that's, kind of like, their head down, during, as soon as they get in the car. It's a big sign that they're obviously feeling sick. They might throw up. Negative. Time to get out of the car. Time to not take that ride. Time to cancel the ride as soon as you can. Go to a safe place, well lit. Tell them the ride's over. Unfortunately, remind them that it is your car and you are an independent contractor as a rideshare driver. One thing I did want to bring up before I let everybody go here, before I end the video, is the guy canceled his ride right in front of the destination. Took him from downtown or midtown Detroit area out to Farmington Hills. Very cooperative type of a dude, very low key, very laid back, did not really say too much. Well, that can be a warning that something's wrong when the person is just not engaging you at all. I know they're talking about quiet modes and stuff like that for Uber Black and XL, but in this case, it was like a warning. It was kind of like a red light that went off. Anyways, when he pulled up in front of his business, he cancels the ride in the app. I'm just going to get out here and walk. I said, okay. We were in the middle of traffic. I didn't really say anything, but I definitely made the turn. I did not let him get out in the middle of the street, and I pulled to a safe location so he could get out. I wanted to make sure I got paid for the ride. Sure enough, the system did charge him for the ride. I got my share. I put the information out over our Uber Drivers of Detroit, Ann Arbor Facebook posting. got some tips from a couple drivers in the area what to do. Definitely appreciate those drivers. Bottom line is, these are some of the tricks that people do to try to get a free ride. So you gotta watch that app. As soon as somebody tries to cancel the ride while they're in the car, I mean, that's the first time over 1,100 rides, actually over 1,200 rides on or about. I forget exactly. I think it's over 1,200 rides by now. Anyway, it's the first time a passenger ever tried to cancel while we were on a trip. And I've heard about this happening before, and some other Uber tubers, they were talking about it happening to them. It finally happened to me. And apparently it may end up happening to you if you're a new driver. So just to let you know, it's one of these situations that, people try to get over, but if you drive them the whole way, you've basically allowed them to defraud the system. So you have to basically have to not, let people walk all over you. And as soon as this car is coming back around, as soon as they're wondering, why are you in front of my house? These nosy people. Anyway, keep going, buddy. Trying to have a YouTube channel here. Anyways, man, I hate it when that happens. Throwing my thought pattern here. Okay, where was I? So I was talking about the cancellation dude. So don't let people take full advantage. Pull over. If they cancel the ride, pull over immediately and have them get out. Do not let them keep riding or whatever the case is. So, I mean, it's again, that was just a weird thing that happened, but apparently you never know. I mean, there's plenty more weird things that can happen out here on the street doing this Uber driving and Lyft driving. Though I haven't been driving Lyft lately, but anyway, so I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna start doing these pings and trying to do a little bit better with my acceptance rate. Again, do not take anybody with less than a 4.75 or 4.76. We'll just say 4.72, 4.75 star rating. And we can see that in the app when the pings come through, because this individual with his buddies hiding the beers and stuff like that, he had a 4.67. And I even reminded him, I said, dude, this is why I noticed you had a 4.67 star rating. So now I know, I told him, and so usually incidents have happened to people when they have a rating that's 4.6 something. So just a word of caution. You see that, be very careful, be very wary. Sometimes it could be a third-party rider that may have gotten them a 4.6 something star rating. We just never know. But we can assume that if they're letting people give them bad star ratings, then they probably have screwed up as well. But hopefully Uber will eventually get these people off the platform, and that's what we hope for. That's why it's good to make notifications to support when certain things happen. That way they can document with the passenger, and you can make sure the person doesn't get paired with you again in the system. All right. Well, stay safe. Uber on, as they say. And remember, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the videos. I would we'll see you soon. Peace.